December 28th, 2021, and Mattel and the WWE had all kinds of reveals today. Showdowns, basics, elites, and ultimates. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel on a Tuesday, December 28th, 2021. As today we've got a WWE and, of course, Mattel reveal video, as WWE.com had a reveal of some brand new Mattel figures, talking Ultimates, talking Showdowns, talking Basics, talking Elites. So we're going to go through like we always do in these videos, kind of give my opinion, give my thoughts, and talk about these figures that have just been revealed to us. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel, as we do these reveals all the time for AEW, WWE, Marvel Legends, G.I. Joe, you name it. We do a lot of these, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. So there you go. Without any further ado, let's get into it. Let's get into the reveals. And they went off hot. They went starting hot, I should say, with Elite 93. I think the majority of us prefer the Elite line, but there's some interesting stuff in the Basics, Showdowns, Ultimates, everything else that was shown today. But we did see Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Now, we knew he was coming. We knew all these figures were coming. This is just better looks at the figures, not digital renders, that kind of things. Actual figures. And Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, a favorite among many. A lot of people go back to his Macho Man WrestleMania 3 era, but my prime Ricky the Dragon Steamboat years were really his WCW years. TV title, US title against Flair, of course, and then tag team title runs. That was really my wheelhouse of where I really got to know Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. I know a lot of people remember him earlier. Some remember him even a little bit later. I remember him in that wheelhouse, and that's what we're getting. We're getting the Dragon WCW days, and we get the WCW Tag Team title here. Fabulous idea, because a lot of people will get the Chase and regular edition. That's cool enough. But then you get two tag team belts when you do that, so you can put him with a partner or mix them around, give them to somebody else. Choose your own title belt adventure. But I love this Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Of course, the white and red. I don't know which one I like better. I almost like the yellow by a hair, at least looking at pictures. Beautiful designs on the tights, as Ricky Steamboat always had beautiful, intricate designs on his tights out there, and he does here. And I like the red and white, and I like the yellow. Gosh, it's tough to choose. Both of them are slam dunks, though, at the end of the day. Title belts are awesome. Then finally, we get some extra hands with the Dragon, get some of those Dragon hands going on, almost akin back to his LJN days. You guys all remember that one, I'm sure. But then he does look a lot like Mario Lopez. That was the one thing that really threw me in these pictures. He looks like he's straight out of Saved by the Bell. He was just at the max. He was joining a burger, making fun of Screech, and getting ready to go out to the movies with Jesse Spano. That's what he reminds me of here. But all in all, I'll look past that. Yeah, they have some similarities, and if you're looking to do a Saved by the Bell custom lineup, hey, you look no further. You got Mario Lopez right here with Ricky Steamboat. I still like it, though. I still like it, and I love these deeper cuts as our Chase figures. So then moving on next, we did see Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins, as I always say on the channel, no surprises here. He's always in these Elite lines. There can't be a series. I think they really work him into either Elite, Basic, or Showdown. They try to get him on the pegs pretty much at all times, or top picks, of course. And no stranger here. We are getting a cool one, though, in Elite 93, is he's got one of those patented jackets, the old fur-lined jackets, a staple of my wardrobe for many years, and also a staple of Seth Rollins' wardrobe. Must be an Iowa thing at the end of the day. But really cool. I think this head scan is the same as the SummerSlam one, but you do get the handed gloves and the outfit that matches. Seth Rollins is pretty popular, so I do see this one selling okay, but it's not going to be super hard to get. I think Steamboat will be a little harder to get than Seth Rollins. But we did get a Seth Rollins very similar in the Showdown lineup in a black coat, so it's a nice compliment to that one for you Seth Rollins completists out there. But it definitely does have his looks and his images, and with all the talent that has been released from the WWE over the last few months, I have to think there's going to be even more Seth Rollins to come in early 2022 and throughout 2022 than we normally would get. I got to think some of his crazy zany suits will be figures as well, and I got to imagine we might get some of those in the Basics. It makes sense, and we'll talk a little bit more Basics in this video shortly, but Seth Rollins is next up. Then we get T-Bar. Boy, talk about a ship that has sailed. Not quite the same. Obviously, we can use this for our Retribution with our Mia Yim Reckoning figures, Mustafa Ali. We'll use these in that, I guess, if you're building that out. But it is, as we know, a bit of a 2-in-1. The mask is removable, so we do get a normal Dominic Dijakovic, or at least as close to it as possible. Not quite his basic, but maybe there's going to be some people that swap that basic head and put it on here and try to make a legit Dominic Dijakovic. I don't know, but this is an okay. I don't think this one's going to sell real well. It seems like years ago he was in this gimmick. It's probably only been like 4 months, but it seems literally like it's been years since that whole faction broke up. Maybe that's just me, but it's okay. I like the looks of this soft goods jacket. I believe it's soft goods. That's at least the way it looks to me. So that'll be an interesting one. This could be a really good customizer's figure when things are all said and done. It almost looks like Bane, of course, from Batman. So there you go. There's a little T-bar, looking like a T-bar could look. And this one's a little exciting for me as far as female figures go. Raquel Gonzalez with the NXT title. Big time player in the NXT environment if you watch NXT, especially older NXT. But a big figure as far as women figures go. I like her character. I like what she's doing, and I gotta think she'll be probably in the main roster sometime in 2022. I saw one of her first NXT matches way back in the day, and she's almost doing like a Stan Hansen gimmick for a female, which was crazy, without the chewing tobacco, of course. But I'm here for this. This is the first time in the line female. This is what I like, and I'm going to pick this one up. This could be the sleeper one of this set. And then we get Cesaro. It seems like it's been an eternity since we've gotten Cesaro in the Elite line, so very cool to get Cesaro once again. Not the most toyetic guy ever. I would like to see some better Cesaros, and that's where the basics could set in with maybe some suits and some of his fashionable Swiss wear, maybe. We'll see if we see some of that. But Cesaro, a good welcome return to the Elite line. I think it is overdue. Much like Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, it was a pretty long clip without them. Cesaro probably even longer at this point. So we're getting Cesaro in 93. Then we turned our attention to some basic figures. So basics, they are what they are. I think Mattel could do a much better job on basics to try to get collectors like myself and a lot of you guys in the collector's game with some of these basics, and I see some earmarks of that in some of these reveals today. Some stuff that would pique the interest of somebody like me, but the first one they showed that doesn't pique my interest at all is Edge. We're getting another basic Edge. I think this is better than that green shirt, see-through shirt that he had earlier a couple sets ago. That was just one of the worst figures of the year. We might even do a top 5 worst wrestling figures of 2021. We might do that video. I might have to put a pen together. It might be worth something to do on the channel. But this Edge, not a lot to this Edge. Once again, another t-shirt going on. I guess if you want this Edge head sculpt, you could pop this off, put this somewhere else. But easy pass for me. Another easy pass in 128, Big E. It just seems like we get the exact same Big E body, same head, just different colored tights and outfit. That's basically the only changes there, which, hey, if you're a Big E fan, a lot of bigs going on, it might be worth your time if you're a Big E completist and stuff. But for me, that is a very, very easy pass. Nothing too special there. Sasha Banks, though, 128. As of right now, it's a pass for me. This might be one of those ringside collectible long game exclusives when she goes down to $349 or $299, and then I get to use discount code Kyle, and I get to save another 10%. That's what I might do with the Sasha Banks, because it does seem to be Sasha Banks street gear, and I'm okay with street gear figures, as you guys know. I think basics are the perfect spot for some street gear figures, and this is what this Sasha Banks seems to be. So I'm okay with that. That's all right. But the crown jewel, or at least one of them, one that I'm very excited for, and this is where basics step up, and this is what we should see in basics. If not basics, put it as a Build-A-Figure. This would be a perfect Build-A-Figure. But it's MVP. We love MVP. I love MVP, but we're getting MVP in his manager's gear. He's got his chain going on. Just unfortunately missing a cane, but I think we can look through our fodder piles, especially if you're somebody like me that collects a lot of lines. I think we can find a cane that might work for this MVP. But I love this. I'm here for this. Going to go great in the Hurt Business display you got going on. Put him with Lashley, Cedric, and Shelton, depending where you're headed. But I love this. This is perfect. This is what basics should be. I get it. You got to have some of the superstars in there, but every basic set should have a little like Easter egg to the adult collector. Some of the more hardcore fan bases, I think you can get some crossovers. It's just business 101. But I'm here for that MVP. Also, I should say about that MVP, perfect for a customizer. People looking for suited bodies, pop the head off, make it somebody different. You could do that. So that MVP is pretty awesome if you ask me. And then finally, we got Raul Mendoza, another NXT guy. I can't say I can really remember his greatest matches or anything, but part of La Phasma de Fantasma, whatever it's called. I can't even remember what it's called, but quite the group out there. We got Santos Escobar in the past. We got Joaquin Wilde coming soon as well. We're getting Raul Mendoza, and this is a beautiful one. Once again, it's a 2-in-1. Is you got his head, and then you got his regular head, and then you have the mask, so you can put the mask on him. But then he is also going to be the chase in the set, so you get a different head with the half painted face paint. You guys know I'm a sucker for face paint, so this one is really cool. I like the idea of this. I think this works again, and once again, another customizer's dream. You pop that head off, you could pop another extra head of somebody else, and all of a sudden you got a suited body. And this is a suited body, I believe, without a tie. Yeah, it's a tieless suited body, so those are pretty rare. So this could be a good customizer's fodder as well on Raul Mendoza. That's going to be a pickup for me. Then we left Elites, we left the basics, and we've turned our attention to Ultimates. And Ultimates, like we've talked on the channel, we did do a top 5 Ultimates of 2021. If you missed that, go check out that video on the channel. But Ultimates have been on fire. It seems like they started off super strong, had a major lull for about 2 series where we thought they were going to be canceled, and then they have just taken off like you wouldn't believe, or you can believe if you collect them. But the prices have went up on them, and the popularity have definitely went up. So much so, Target is putting their hat in the ring. They are getting an exclusive Ultimate Edition figure. They are getting one Dave Batista, or just Batista, as the Target Ultimate Edition exclusive in 2022. A little interesting, this goes back to all the time when Mattel's sales executives, whatever, their sales team is sitting at the offices in Bentonville or Minneapolis for Target in this case. They're sitting there, hey, Target, we want to give you an exclusive, and if we give you this exclusive only for you, what kind of peg space? It's always the give and take of negotiations, as you guys hopefully are fully aware by this point. And Batista is a name that moves the needle as an exclusive. We talk about it all the time, and I think the guard is changing a little bit, but not all the way there. But usually the Ultimate Warriors, the Macho Mans, the Hulk Hogans, those are your needle movers. The Legends are the needle movers for exclusives. A few years back, Batista wouldn't be there, but enough time has passed. The Ruthless Aggression era has really passed. I mean, it's amazing when you think back how long ago that was. It's time for more Ruthless Aggression, more of the Batista, Cena era to start being the legends and starting to be these younger buyers at these companies like Walmart and Target. Hey, I know Batista. Oh yeah, when I was a kid, I watched Batista all the time. So we're going to see a little bit of a change of the guards in the next 2-3 years, I think, and we're already starting next year. That Batista is a power move by a company like Mattel to get the exclusives on the shelves. So that being said, I love Batista. I was always a Batista guy. Of course, big jacked up tattooed guy. I'm always here for that, as you guys know. But I like the looks of this one to some extent. I like the contracts from the memorable angle he had. All kinds of hands, including fisted hands. You get the thumbs down hands. A lot of stuff that you can really tell a story with your Batista figure. Of course, you got 3 total heads. The big gold belt's always good. Soft goods are always great. Pretty cool gear he's got on. My only worry a little bit is that upper torso. Boy, that is a big upper torso with a skinny waist. Of course, he was a big jacked up dude. But there's been a little change in the Ultimates, it seems. That Jeff Hardy being the biggest glaring one, where the bodies just seem almost too cartoony. They don't feel like they line up with Elites like they used to. You used to be able to put them together in a display and they would fit right in. With that Hardy, I felt like he doesn't fit in as well as some of the other ones. And I think this Batista might have that same issue. So we'll see how that shakes out. But you guys know the Ultimate Editions by now. Super posable, all kinds of stuff. Butterfly shoulders. Just a beautiful, beautiful figure. And it being a Target exclusive, I don't know if it'll go up for pre-order. A lot of that stuff does. I'll definitely need to pick up 2 of these, but I think you'll be able to find these in the stores at a decent enough clip. But we'll see. Time will tell. But very, very interesting, I felt, on the Ultimate Batista. Finally out there, and we got an Alexa Bliss one that's going to be hot on those heels, so stay tuned for that. Then we saw, with a little help of Ringside Collectibles today, we saw brand new WWE Elite Top Picks, and we got renders of these a while back. Top picks are always interesting. A lot like the basics I mentioned earlier, a lot of hardcore fans pass over because they're just re-releasing figures. Well, they're doing something smart here, as 2 of the 3 are technically new figures. So that is smart. That gets somebody like Kyle that would pass on a top pick involved in the top picks, and I'm sure some of you guys as well. But we're getting The Rock, and he's got that Rock jersey. Not 100% accurate, but good enough for me. I'm not the world's biggest Rock fan. This looks good enough for me. This is an easy pickup for my Rock shelf. Very cool. I think this one will go all right out on the pegs. It seems like it's been a while since we've had a Rock figure, and this one being a top picks, it'll be fairly easy to get, as we've seen with top picks. So this will be good for the kids out there that need a Rock and some of the new collectors as well. But I like this one as far as those go. We saw in the top picks, we saw The Undertaker. And Undertaker, no stranger. He deserves to be in the top picks. But this one is a rehash of Elite 85 from the Boneyard match. I think that makes a little bit of sense, though, because we'll have that Mania exclusive AJ Styles hitting the pegs probably about the same exact time. So now, if you're a new collector or whatever, you can get the pair right there at the same time in the same store. I think that is the goal with this one. But for somebody like me, that's an easy pass. Heck, by the time that comes out, I have a few stores that will still have that Elite 85 Undertaker on the pegs. So that's an easy one to pass, and I like that. I put one in there that Kyle can pass on. I don't need to buy everything, so I'm okay with that. But then we get Rey Mysterio involved. So then Rey Mysterio back to the top picks, no stranger to the top picks, and I truly think Rey Mysterio should just be in every set of top picks. He's toyetic, he's got a mask, kids love him, adults love him, he just really runs the gamut of collections, and sometimes he kind of stifles a regular Elite lineup. I'd say put him in the two or three top picks a year, just put him in those, and I would be okay with that. Maybe an exclusive thrown in every once in a while, or maybe an Ultimate or a Wild Elite in the traditional Elite line, but a way to get more Rey Mysterio. He has tons of outfits, perfect for the top picks. We're getting a little rehash of ones we gotten before, but he's got the pink tights, making it different. I'm here for it. I like that idea, and it gets Rey out for the kids and everybody that wants him. So that works. So we got 3 top picks coming. 2 out of 3 ain't bad, as one might say. Then we saw some Showdown Elite 2-packs, or I guess they're not Elite 2-packs. What am I saying? Showdown 2-packs. We've got Bill Goldberg, Drew McIntyre. That Drew McIntyre, have they ever got more out of a mold? I mean, that one I feel like we get in every single series repeatedly. It's always somewhere in every single store. That's an easy pass. Goldberg's okay. I know a lot of people hate Goldberg. I'm okay with Goldberg. I have nothing against the guy. I enjoyed Goldberg back in WCW. I enjoyed Goldberg every once in a blue moon. It just feels different, and I get why some people don't, but hey, Kyle likes him, and I kind of do like this figure. I'm not going to spend $20 on this pack, but if somehow I found this for $5 on clearance or $10 on clearance, I might pick this up just for the Goldberg figure. It's different with the black biker tights, gym shorts, whatever they're called. It feels a little bit different, and Goldberg, it's really tough to make him different, as we all know. But that's coming. And then we got the Street Profits. They've gotten a ton of use out of this Street Profits mold. I think I have the green, I have the brown ones. Part of me almost thinks I need the blue ones. I'm almost shocked we didn't get the red Elite ones redone in blue. I think there's some money on that one. I think that's a possibility down the line. Maybe not. We'll see what happens. But I always like this blue gear, kind of their SmackDown gear, I guess you'd call it. So I might end up picking these once again if they are on clearance. Got to get a deal out there, and I don't like paying full price for basics and Showdown packs if I don't have to. But one set I will probably pony up the $20 for is the Bret Hart Undertaker. Undertaker, Bret Hart, really cool era. Of course, 2 legends. Bret Hart, we'll see how this looks. Man, they struggle with Bret Hart's face, as you guys all know. Just absolutely disasters. Try to get his face right. We'll see. This one's got the hair in front of his face like we've seen in the past. I think we've actually seen this head sculpt before. But I always enjoy getting a new Bret Hart figure. Undertaker's an interesting one. He's got his old prison tattoos on his face. I don't think we've seen that in the Elite line, at least off the top of my head right now. So that is something a little bit different. I like that idea, so I'm here for that. I'll be picking that 2-pack up, and I think that was the winner of the 2-packs we saw today. And then we saw some top picks, basic figures, easy passes on this one. Bray Wyatt out again. It just seems kind of strange. I almost wonder if Bray Wyatt's coming back to the WWE, or is it really truly, hey, they own the gimmicks, and if you're a business, guess what? If you can make money on something, why wouldn't you? So I think that's part of it with WWE. They own it. Hey, I can make money off it. Might as well make money off of something if I can. And I think that's where WWE and Mattel is looking. But I think that is going to peg warm so hard. That Elite 85 peg warm, that should have been probably a top 10 peg warmer of 2021. If I would have done a top 10 list, that would have been probably 8, 9, 10, somewhere like that. But that Bray Wyatt peg warmed hard. This basic one is going to peg warm even harder. It depends on what the quantities are, I guess, to the stores. But I don't have high hopes for that one. Roman Reigns, same thing. We get so many Roman Reigns. This one, a t-shirt Roman Reigns. We'll see what happens. I just don't think this is going to be a slam dunk. And then Taker. Once again, we've got Taker Taker on a pretty consistent clip. So he's getting a top pick elite, and he's getting a top pick basic, so he's all in. He's there for the party. So an interesting day as I look at my notes one last time, see if I missed anything. That was pretty much it. Some really good basics, 2 of them. Raul Mendoza and MVP I'm excited about. Excited about Ultimate Dave Batista, of course. I do like the idea of the Rey and the top picks. I like the Taker Bret Hart pack. I think that is solid enough. And then Elite 93, that Seth Rollins looks good. The Ricky Steamboat will be the sleeper. Not even the sleeper. That's going to be the one I want the most of that line. And Raquel Gonzalez is going to be the sleeper, in my opinion. But an interesting announcement. I would have to assume the last Mattel announcement of 2021. But setting us up, we know what to expect now for basically through springtime, I would say, for the most part from Mattel. And we'll see what happens when they hit the store pegs. But what say you guys out there? Anything trip your trigger? Anything you excited for out there in YouTube land? Put it down in the comments and let me know. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And then, of course, follow me on social media at SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson, and ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And for the WWE Ultimate, Basic, Showdown, Top Picks, and Elite Reveals, I am Kyle. See you guys all real soon.